Ang ipapakilala naman ko naman sa inyo ngayon is our main speaker. Ayan, sobrang excited ako sa topic ng ating speaker today. So, she is a psychologist. So, Vice President din siya sa Alliance of Filipino Families for Mental Health. She is also a college professor. Ayan, si Ma'am Sally Bongalonta. Hello po, Ma'am Sally.
Everyone, good evening. No? So, I see familiar names. Halos kilala ko yata yung mga naandito ngayon. No? Okay, so kumusta na kayo? Kumusta na kayo ngayon? We just celebrated pala the World Mental Health Day last October 10, no? October 10, a day to talk about mental health and show everyone that mental health matters. Okay, so not just here in our country, but all around the world. Kasi talaga namang mental health matters. Okay. So I'm thankful that you organize Safe Space Community. Okay. And I promise your organizers, I will be 100% supportive sa inyo. Promise ko yan. Okay. So happy naman ako sa mga sharings kanina, no? What you have recently accomplished, and somehow learning how to relax, how to be grateful. Kasi these are good developments. Kasi every time I handle intake interviews the past months, no, hanggang ngayon, what I would hear, hopelessness, anger, envy, stressful sila, anxious. So hindi sila maging grateful. Pero tonight, nakakatuwa, karamihan they are saying they are grateful. So, alam nyo ba, sa dami ng mga in need of information, ano ba ang self-care? Ito yung topic na binigay nyo sa akin ngayong gabi, no? Bakit ba importante ang mental health? Paano ba ma-overcome ang stress and anxiety? Marami na mga tanong ngayon, mga ganitong mga tanong, no? At salamat, may mental health law tayo na signed before the pandemic. In 2018, the mental health law was signed, no? Somehow, madami ang naging aware. And this pandemic is no joke. Lahat ng mga tao affected ang physical and mental health. Paano kaya kung that time wala pa yung mental health law, ang mga tao ay hindi pa sila aware? Kaya I'm thankful na before that pandemic, na-sign na ang law. Okay. So we encourage groups like Safe Space Community to organize. In fact, DOLE are encouraging mental health programs to be in place sa mga workplaces, no? DepEd in schools, also in churches, as this can serve as support network and a sounding board. Regularly talking and listening to others also helps you put your own problems in perspective. Kanina, pinag-usapan nyo doon sa will. So somehow nakapag-share na kayo, di ba? But then again, allow mental health professionals to do the explanation, not Google and not the myths. Kasi minsan lalo kayong na-stress pag naririnig nyo mga myths, hindi yung totoo, no? Mga false, ano ba yun? Mga false na news. Lalo na pag hindi mental health professional ang nagsasabi nito. Okay. That day when ISA contacted the Alliance of Filipino Families for Mental Health asking for referral to mental health professional, halos araw-araw ang dami ng referral niya. Halos pare-pareho ang situations, people are experiencing burnout, fatigue, depression, anxiety. Comments like, saan po kami pwedeng humingi ng tulong? Bakit ganito ang nararamdaman ko? Matagal ko nang experience ito and I want to end up my life. So ito yung mga palaging sinasabi sa akin every time I listen to their stories, no? Sasabihin nila, my boss do not understand me doon sa mga nasa workplaces, no? My teachers too, yung mga estudyante, and also my parents, my family members. Ito yung mga naririnig ko sa mga tumatawag sa amin, no? Maraming nagsasabi, malapit sa iyo, hindi malapit sa amin, sa akin, sa family ko, pero hindi ako maintindihan. Family members are number one stressors. Not because they do not care, but because they are not educated about the illness. Ito yung aking na-realize kasi Kagaya ng most of us, kasama din ako during those times na I was coping as caregiver to two siblings with mental condition. I do not know how to cope then. No? Hindi ko rin alam kung paano, bakit ganon. Marami din akong tanong. The stigma was very strong. God is good. He used my siblings' illness to bring me to this advocacy. Yeah. Noon, I feel burdened. Hindi ko alam hindi ko maintindihan. And I think, imbis na nakatulong ako sa siblings ko, lalong na napalala kasi I would question them, I would blame them. Yun yung naramdaman ko noon. But I have lived experience as a caregiver. Kaya andito ako ngayon sa ginagawa kong ito, sa advocacy ito. Kaya instead of feeling bad about that perception that people don't care, understand them. Okay? But something must be done. And here, mental health professionals can help. They are the best source of right information and for all of us to be educated. I can fully understand the situation these days. In fact, as part of the Mental Health Week celebration, the Department of Health and the World Health Organization unveiled the Philippine Council for Mental Health Strategic Framework 2024-2028 last Thursday, October 12. In the launch, DOH Secretary Herbosa said he was confident that our government can address more mental health concerns with the contributions of all partner agencies under the Philippine Council for Mental Health and the guidance of WHO. Dito kasi sa Philippine Council for Mental Health, may 9 members, no? 5 from the government, DOH as the lead, no? DepEd, DepEd, DOH as the head, yes, DepEd, and then CHR, okay, and then LGU, the DILG, CHED, and 3 members from cluster groups. Like kami, the Alliance of Filipino Families for Mental Health, is under the NGO group. Kaya we are being represented in the council, the academe, and mental health organization, the Philippine Psychiatric Association, total of 9. And non-voting member here is DSWD kasi kailangan din natin ang tulong ng DSWD and the National Center for Mental Health. So the framework represents a significant step in the Philippines campaign to address the growing mental health challenges facing the nation today. It is designed to serve as a guiding document for the development and implementation of comprehensive mental health policies, programs, and services in the Philippines over the next 5 years, so 2024 to 2028. Okay, so madugo itong mga gagawin, no? Sana ay talagang magtulungan ng lahat. The challenge nga lang talaga is dapat this document should not remain a document. We need collective action. At itong sinimulan ninyo, itong Safe Space Community is one initiative to support this document. Mga initiatives na kailangan ngayon. Mga tao nag-group themselves and then help themselves with the help of mental health professionals and government agencies. So kagaya ng ginagawa nyo, una hindi nyo alam, nagtatanong kayo sa amin, asking for referral, somehow nabigyan namin yun ng aksyon, and now eto na kayo ngayon. Nagugrupo kayo para matulungan nyo ang isa't isa. And this is a good development. Doc Raiko kanina was sharing, no, kung paano niya na-overcome din yung mga experiences niya, no? So si Doc, yes, he is married to another doctor of psychology, no? Na-interview siya sa CNN Philippines last Monday. Okay, during the last Thursday during the launch, si Dr. Carolina Uno Raiko, ang kanyang asawa, is the executive director of the Philippine Mental Health Association. Ang sabi niya, mental health conditions in the Philippines are increasing, especially in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic and the shift to the new normal. The number of reported cases of anxiety increased. Siguro masasabi nyo to dahil lahat kayo na naandito ngayon, somehow kaya kayo sumama dito is somehow with an experience of anxiety, no? Kahit ako din minsan, nagkakaroon din ako ng ganyang experience. Kaya lang, ang kailangan talaga nito is maintindihan natin what cause and how to balance our emotions every day. Okay? So itong ating DOH Secretary ay naniniwala siya at sabi niya ay we lack mental health professionals to attend to the needs. Totoo ito, di ba? Kayo, may mga na-advertise na free consultation, pero kailan kayo na titingnan, na schedule after a month, di ba? Karamihan si Isa sabi niya sa akin, after a month pa daw po ako matitingnan ng mental health professional. Not because ang ating mga hospitals or facilities are kumbaga somehow remiss, but because we really lack mental health professionals to address the problem, no? So the health secretary said the Civil Service Commission should increase the monthly salary of these professionals offering mental health services. Para imbis na mag-abroad, dito na lang sa atin, no? Dito na lang sila kasi kailangan natin sila. So we are really in a very difficult time. I gave a talk last month, September, during the National Committee on the Filipino Families Annual Conference with the theme, Pamilyang Pilipino, Pagtugon sa Nagbabagong Pananaw at Panahon. So this was the theme last month of the NCFF, under DSWD. I shared the conference proceedings kay Isa. Sana na-share din sa inyo, no? Okay. So climate change, yan mga problema natin, air pollution, teenage pregnancies, breaking families, problems of all FW families, unemployment, poverty, mental health issues, experience in the homes, workplaces, and many more. Ito yung nagkukos ng anxiety, nagkukos ng mga problema natin. And sometimes napakahirap mag-cope. Okay? So this is the situation of our country now and in many parts of the world. This is the situation of most of you here in this webinar. And thankful ako andito kayo ngayon para pag-usapan natin ito. Huwag na sana natin pag-usapan ang problema. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay paano tayo makakalampas sa problemang ito. Okay? So during the National Search for the Natatanging Pamilyang Pilipino 2023, to celebrate the 29th National Family Week last month, very evident is the resiliency of the Filipino families in these trying times. Kasi may contest, no? Ang contest nga is natatanging pamilya. Paano sila nakaka-cope every day sa mga situations that comes their way. Okay? Filipino families continue to have a deeply rooted characteristic that makes up the Filipino identity. A deeply rooted characteristic that makes up the Filipino identity and creates a sense of community and compassion. So ang resilience, tatak Pinoy na daw to. Tayo daw mga Pilipino, very resilient. And we say yes to that, di ba? Talagang hindi tayo kaagad nag-give up. Filipinos have learned to appreciate what they have, make the most of it, and tolerate difficulties. They are all trying their best to survive the difficulties of raising physically and mentally healthy families. And all of them hold on to the one thing that keep them moving forward. Kagaya ng sinabi kanina ni Doc, faith, hope, and love. Kaya ang first world countries, siguro kung nagbabasa kayo, ang dami dong mga nawawala na ng pag-asa, no? Daming mga nagsisuicide kasi wala na silang pag-asa. Kasi doon sa first world countries, ang family nila hindi ganoon kasing closely knit kagaya ng sa atin, no? But unfortunately, at this point in time, threatened na rin ang mga families, no? Hindi na rin closely knit. Ang dami na rin mga problema. So I just hope na sana at this point in time, hawakan natin itong napakagandang meron tayo, closely knit Filipino families. Okay? So looking at resiliency, however, and not doing a realistic solution to present problems affecting families, kailangan mag-stop na to, no? Huwag nang sabihin palagi na resilient ang Pinoy. Hirap na ang Pinoy ngayon sa pagiging resilient, no? Okay? So we cannot simply move on with our lives and do nothing to the problems affecting us today. About time, we discuss root cause solutions. At ito ang challenge ko sa inyo ngayon, no? Let's be great minds. Let's discuss ideas.